I welcome you to this particular session with me, your teacher, Mr. A+. Today we are going to look at this past paper, which we are going to answer every question. And this is Mathematics Paper 1, 2023, GCE. Okay, so let us move together so that you can get the concept as well as the knowledge that can really help you during exam. So to start with, we are going to look at the first question. So the first question says, evaluate 3 squared plus 3 power negative 1 times 2 power 0. Okay, so the first thing that you should understand is the question and where the same question is coming from. So when you look at this is indices. And now when we are told to evaluate is to find the final answer. Now when you look at the basic operation that are involved, we have plus and times. So the first thing that we're supposed to do is to work out the times, then we come to plus. Now these same numbers have got powers, so we need to also work out the powers, then we come to the operations. So now to start with, let me write down the 3 here. So 3, we have to write down 3 there. Okay, so we have 3 there. 3 power, there's a power there, 3 power 2, then plus. Yeah, so this one, we are saying 3 power negative 1. Now, we cannot do anything. We cannot simplify further as long as the numbers got a power, negative power. So what we are supposed to do is to change the negative power to positive power. So now, how do we change? We change the negative power to positive power by writing the same number in inverse. Okay, so inverse simply means we have to reciprocate. We have to swap, the numerator becomes the denominator, then denominator becomes the numerator. So when you look at this number 3, or in short, I would say every whole number is over 1. Okay, when you happen to convert every whole number in fraction form is over 1. So this is 3 power negative 1 is over 1. So that one will go up. So it will actually be 1 over 3. Okay, 1 over 3. So there is a power 1 there. 1 over 3 power 1. So now that power will automatically change to positive now from negative. Once you just write it in inverse, then you have the power will change its sign. Then we are saying times n number raised to power 0 is 1. So this one, 2 power 0 is 1. Then we come to this side. We are having 3 power 2. So this one also will give us 9. Then plus. Then 1 over 3. Then times. Okay, 1 over 3 times 1 is 1 over 3. So this is our new expression that we are going to have. Then from there now, we can find the common denominator. So we say 9 over 1. So common denominator is 3. In this case, then 1 into 3. The answer will be 3. 3 times 9 is 27. So 27 will be here. Then the sign that we have is plus. Then 3 into 3 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Because that's what we do. You say 3 into 3, then the answer that you are going to get, you multiply with the numerator. In this case, we have 1. Okay, so we can write equals here. Equals, then 27 plus 1 is 28. So 28 over 3. Okay, so now how many times does 3 go into 28? We are going to find that 3 goes into 28, 9. 3 goes into 28, 9 times, then 1 over 3. This will be our final answer. Okay, so quickly let us go to the next question, which is question number 2. Here they are telling us to simplify. Simplify to open bracket x plus 3y, then cross, then minus 3 open bracket 4x minus 2 cross. So how do we simplify? We can only simplify here by removing the brackets first. So how do we remove the brackets? We have to multiply the number which is outside the brackets times everything inside the brackets. Okay, so in this case we are going to say 2 times x. We are going to have 2x. Then 2 times positive 3y. The answer will be positive 6y. Positive 6y. Okay. Then from there now we are done with the first one. Then we go to negative 3. So negative 3 times 4x. The answer will be negative 12x. Negative 12x. Then negative 3 times negative 2. The answer will be positive 6. Okay. Then having done that, now we are going to collect the like terms. So when you look at the first one, we have 2x plus 6y minus 12x plus 6. So this one now can be written as 2x. We are going to correct the like terms. Then minus 12x. Then plus we have 6y here. We have 6y. Then plus 6. Okay, so this can be simplified further, and the answer will be 2x minus 12x. The answer will be negative 10x. Negative 10x. Then plus 6y. Then plus 6. So where we have reached, we cannot simplify further because we have no like terms. So this will be our final answer. Okay, so let's go to question number 3. So question number 3, they are saying factorize. Factorize completely 3x squared minus 27. So how do we factorize? So when factorizing, whenever you are asked a question to factorize, you have to find the common factor. So in this case, we are going to look for a number that can go into 3x squared, then also in negative 27. And what is that number? The number is a 3. So 3 into, so 3, we are going to write it outside. The moment you identify that 3 is your common factor, write it outside, then you open the what? The bracket. Then you are going to say 3 into 3x squared. The answer will be x squared. Okay, then 3 into 27, the answer will be, 3 into negative 27, the answer will be negative 9. Okay, so where we have reached, when you look at this, inside the brackets we have the difference of two squares. Okay, what does that mean? We have difference there and both numbers are square. Why am I saying so? Because 9 can be written in an index form. So let us do that. So we are going to say 3, then open bracket, then x squared, then minus, this 3 can be written like 3 power, this 9 can be written as 3 power 2, which has now complete the story here of saying completing difference of two squares. So this is difference of two squares. Now let us now simplify what is inside the brackets. We are going to factorize that. So we'll bring down the 3 outside the bracket. Then inside there, we have x. So this x, there are 2 there. 3 also, there are 3. There are 2. So we are going to separate them. So x, we are going to write inside the bracket. Then you say another one. Since there are 2, so another x, just to separate them. Then minus. This 3 can also be separated in the same manner, where you say 3. Then there is another 3 which we are going to put in brackets like this. Okay, so we have just separated them. Then from there, we are going to group according to the way they are. So we are going to group what is inside the brackets and what is outside the brackets. Okay. So in this case, we already have 3 here, which is recurring. Then we open the brackets. So we can start with what is outside the bracket. So we have x minus what? This x minus 3. They are outside. So we can group them now just like that. So minus 3. Then we close the brackets. Then we open another bracket. So we now consider things that are inside the bracket. So we have x this side. Then this is positive what? Positive 3 this side. Okay, hence the answer. So that will be our answer. Remember, this is paper 1, and paper 1 carries mostly each question 2 marks. So these are 2 marks, 2 marks, 2 marks. Okay, then we go to the next question, which is question 4. So we can go to question 4 now. So question 4. Question 4, question 4, question 4, question 4. So question 4, what are they saying? What are they saying? Question 4. So question 4, they are saying find the gradient of a line which passes through the points -3, -1 and 0,3. So want to find the gradient of this line that passes through those points that they have mentioned. So how do we find that? So let us try to zoom first the question. Yes, so now we are saying we master the coordinates, then we find the gradient. So the gradient is always represented by letter M. Okay, so gradient is equals to, remember this is coordinate geometry, so it's different in y over different in x. So we are saying y1, then minus y2, then over x1 minus x2. Okay, so that is the formula for gradient. So it's very, very important to master the formula. Then now from there, we can substitute the coordinate that we are given. So we are going to name them. So like we are going to say this -3 will be x what? 1. Then this one will be y1. Okay. Then this side also will say x2, that is 0. Then y2. Okay, that's how we are going to name them. So let us now substitute in the formula there. So we are going to say M is equals to, then y1 is what? So y1 is -1. So we just put where there is y1, we put -1. Then minus. What about y2? Y2 is here, it's 0. So y2 is 0. So we write 0 there, 0. Then we say over. Then we come to x now. x1 is -3. So we put -3 where there is x1. Then minus y1. We are saying y1 and y2, they are on top. So y2 we add -1. Then y1 we add -1. Then y2 is 3. Okay, so here we just made a very simple mistake on substituting. So let us see how we are going to substitute here accordingly. So how are we going to substitute? So we are saying y1 is what? According to the way we have named this -1, this is the one which is here. So -1, then minus. Then y2 is what? y2 is 3. Okay, so y2 3, then over. We come to x1. x1 is -3. So say -3 minus. Then x2 is what? x2 is 0. So we write 0 there. Okay. Then now from there, we continue simplifying. So now we can say Let me write here now. Gradient is equals to -1 minus 3, the answer is -4. Then over -3 minus 0, the answer is -3. Then the final answer will say m is equals to, because the positive, negative into negative is positive, so say 4/3. Okay, so that will be our answer for this question. Okay, so now quickly we can go to question number 5. We go to question number 5. Yes, so like today we are going to solve up to question 10 in this tutorial. Then the other tutorial will continue from there. Then here now we are saying the question is, that is question 5. Shed A union B, then open and close bracket, intersection C complement on the Venn diagram in the answer space below. Okay, so remember complement is minus, meaning they are telling you to subtract, that is complement. So A union B. So when you remove intersection C, which is complement, meaning we are going to remain with A union B. So again, A union B, that is addition. So you have to shade A and B, that's the meaning, except C. Okay, so C, because C is complement, so we don't need to shade anything there. So how do we shade now? We are going to shade A. We are going to shade A and B. Okay, but don't shade where C is overlapping or where C is passing. So that would be our answer. Okay, so we are done there. We have scored 2 marks. Then we go to question number 6. Okay, so this question number 6 is coming from vectors. The position vector of a point P is 3, 4. Then given that point Q is -1, 1, find PQ. So here we are trying to find the vector, in short, PQ. We are given both coordinates. Now want to find the vector. So vector, remember, is a quantity that have got both vectors. These are quantities with both magnitude and direction. Okay, so it's all about movement. So let us zoom a bit so that we can see properly. We zoom the question there. So we are going to start from here, which is question number 6. So we'll write vector P. So you have to show the arrow there showing that it's a vector. Okay, then equals. So now vectors is all about movement. So you are going to move from P to Q. Is it Q? Is the other one Q? Yes. So this is Q, not O. So we are going to move from point P to Q. How? So our movement now, because this is a positional vector, so we have to start from the origin. But in this case, since we have a P, so we say P, vector P, O representing the what? O representing the position, then plus, then O vector Q. That is how we are supposed to move. Okay, because this is a position vector, and this type of movement is what is known as triangular rule of addition. Okay, we are moving in triangle form. From this point we go there. Now when you look at PQ here, just here, this P, I mean PQ, yes, no, PO, that is O, PO, the PO and the arrow where it is pointing, origin is after the P. So meaning this person, it could be a person or an object, was moving from O to P, moving opposite the direction. So now when you are moving opposite the direction, meaning you are subtracting. Okay, so there to write it now properly to be equals negative, it will be negative now. Okay, then vector, that is negative OP, then plus, this one will continue OQ because here there is no opposite direction. The direction is just following the what? The direction is following. Yeah, this person is following where the direction is, so it will be like this. Now from there, we can just now do what? Substitute the given what values. So like P we have 3, 4. So remember, this one has got a negative there. So we open there. You say 3. Is it 3, 4? Yes. So 3, then 4. Okay. Then you close. Then you say plus, which is here. Then what about Q? Q, we are given negative 1, 1. So this one is going to be written in vector form, column vector, in column vector. So negative 1 will be on top there, then 1. Then again, you will do what? You cross. Then from there, we have to simplify this. Remember, this negative is affecting everything there. Okay, so simply means this side we are going to have negative 3, then negative 4. Okay, negative 3, negative 4 now. Negative 3, negative 4 equals that. Then plus, what I've done here, I've just now multiplied the negative which is outside there. Okay, and we add that. So after doing that, then we can write the other one. We are saying plus negative 1, then 1. That is for Q. Then let us simplify further. Negative 3 plus negative 1, the answer will be negative 4. Okay. Then negative 4 plus 1, the answer will be negative 3. Okay. So therefore vector PQ is equals to negative 4, negative 4, then negative 3. So that is our vector. Okay. So we have just answered the question that we are given. Okay, then from there we can go quickly to question number 7. Question number 7. So question number 7, we can also zoom the question so that we can see it properly. Okay, so question number 7, they are saying, given that P is equals to 4, negative 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, and Q is equals to 1, 2, 3, then comma, find A, P transpose, then B, PQ. Okay, so to start with, let us start with the transpose. So transpose simply means we just have to swap the rows. Since these are rows, the horizontal ones, they are rows, then rows becomes column, then columns becomes rows. So we are saying this is A. So we are saying PT there, P power T is equals to, this one now will be 4, then negative 1, then 0, then we say 2, 0, then 3. So that's the transpose, meaning we have found the question. We have answered that one. Okay. Then we go to PQ. So PQ, that is now multiplication. So meaning we have to multiply P then times Q. That is the question itself. So now we can say now B. Okay, B. So I have B here. We are saying PQ is equals to, okay, now arrange them according the way they are. So P is 4, negative 1, then 0, then 2, 0, 3, That is our P. Then we are saying times what? Times 1, 2, 3. So Q is 1, 2, 3. So we are multiplying these two. Okay, we are multiplying this. So how do we multiply in matrices? So it is row by column, okay? Meaning we are going to move like this one times this one, okay? That's how we multiply, okay? Then after that, then we are going to multiply this one again times what? This one. So row by column. So now we can start. Yeah, so we can start from here. We are saying 2 times 1, the answer, 4 times 1, the answer will give us 4. Then plus, then negative 1 times 2, the answer will be negative 2. Okay, answer will be negative 2. Then 0 times 3, the answer will be plus what? 0, plus 0. 0 times 3 will give us 0. So we are done with the first row and this column. So since we are done with the first row, we can go to the second row using the same column, because column we only have 1. So these two will multiply with that one there. Then this one also multiply with this. This one will multiply with this. That's how we are going to move. Okay. So 2 times 1 there, we are going to have 2. Then plus. Then 0 times 2, the answer will be 0. Then 3 times 3, the answer will be plus 9. The answer will be 9 there. Okay. Then this is how we multiply. Then from there now, we can actually simplify this. Okay, let us just add. Want to add now. 4, this is negative 4 plus, first of all, positive times negative is negative. So here we are saying 4 minus 2. The answer will be what? 2. Then plus 0. 4 minus 2 plus 0 is 2. Okay. Then 2 plus 0 is 2 plus 9. The answer will be 11. Okay. So this one will be our answer. So therefore, PQ is equals to 211. Okay, after multiplying, the answer will be 211. So when you look at this, the order of this matrix, which is our answer, is 2 by 1. And even here, this is what it is saying, that after multiplying, we have to come up with 2 by 1, because the first one is 2 by 3. Then the other one is 3 by 1. Okay, 3 by 1. So 2 by 3, then 3 by 1. So 2 by 1, this is the one that you have found, which is this one and this one, 2 by 1. So that is our final answer. Thank you so much for paying attention. Then we can go to the next question. The next question also, which is question number 8. They are telling us to actually find arithmetic progression. So an arithmetic progression is given as 1, 7, 13. Now find the 8th term. So we want to find the 8th term. So that's the first one. So 8th term. So before that, we have to come up with the nth term. So nth term is equals to A. So A, which is representing the A plus n minus 1. Then we cross and open bracket. Then we say D. Okay, so that is the nth what term. That is the nth term. Okay, I think I can do this just to reduce a bit. So I can write n here, then minus n minus 2. No, n minus 1, yes. Okay, then we write D. So A represents the common, the first term, then N this position, D common difference. So for us to write 8 term, first of all, we should know the common difference here. So common difference, how do we find the common difference? So common difference is equals to second term minus first term. So in the sequence that we are given, second term is 7. So we say 7 minus first term is what? 1. Okay. So our common difference is going to be what? 6. So common difference we have found. So let us now go, since first term we have. So let us now go to the actual formula there now. We substitute. So the 8th term, so where there is A, we put the first term here. The first term is 1. Okay, we can write it from here. So 1, then plus, the position is 8. So where there is N, you put 8, then minus 1. Then where there is D is 6. Okay, is what? 6. Okay, so that one is 6. Then from there, we can now simplify further by saying 1. Then what is inside the brackets there, we can subtract. We are going to have 7. Remember, this is times 6. So we have to multiply 1 plus, let us multiply this one. 6 times 7 is 42. So when we add this, we are going to have 43. So that is our what? Our answer according to the question that we are given. Okay, then from there we find now the sum. We have to find now the what? The sum. Okay, the sum of the first 15th terms. The sum of the first 15 what? Terms. Okay, so where is the question? Okay, yes, so that is our B now. Our B. So we are going to say B. Okay, we can put it here, B. So sum. No, let me write it from E. Okay. And we have space this side so that we can maybe fuse it some. Yeah, there is a nice space there. So B will be somewhere here. We'll just say B. So what are we saying? Sum. So let's find sum. Sum of the first 15 terms. So now we have to know the formula for sum. So sum for anything will be sum subscript n, then equals n over 2, then open bracket 2a, that is a, okay, 2a, then plus n, okay, we open the bracket, plus open bracket n minus 1, then close, then we write D. Okay, so this is our D. So this is our D. Okay, so now from there, now we are going to substitute according to the values that we are given. So sum, we are saying 8, that is 15th term. So where there is n, that is position, we put 15. Yes, because when you go back to the question, the sum of the first 15 what? Terms. Okay, so where there is there, we put 15. Where there is n, no, what is that? So we put what? 15.